All right, three, two, one, roll, people. Pretty disgusting sight. I'm looking at myself, not impressed. I'm gonna put a shirt on. You can see my chemo port and my beard and my hair. I don't know. I'm looking pretty rough. Chick at Panera told me I wasn't looking so good today, but I skipped chemo. I'm feeling okay. Having some bad bladder spasms, but okay. So I just got bad news. Right, Guitar Channel. I realize I don't talk enough or rant enough or whatever, and I haven't even been doing much guitar repair videos or much of anything. Obviously, with the cancer, it's hard to do anything. But we're getting more subscribers, and what? So it's all about guitars. I got a great guitar story for you guitar enthusiasts, okay? It's kind of a sad ending, but it ain't over, all right? It might be over for me. I might not live to see the ending. Who knows? But I'm thinking the guitar might come back to me. It's a story of a lost guitar, right? But you hear this all the time. The guitars that come back, whatever, right? Like famous guitar players, famous guitars, and they retrieve them years later, find them in pawn shops or whatever. So my guitar is out there. I hope someone's really enjoying it. I say it's my guitar because it was my first guitar, my Strat, my baby, American Strat. I think it was in 96 or 94, right in around there, 50th anniversary, right? So 50th anniversary of either Fender or Stratocaster. But it was a 50th anniversary model, and so they put a few extra perks. What did you get? You got an upgraded paint job, right? So instead of just candy apple red, which is fantastic, it did not have a mother of pearl pickguard. It had a white pickguard, right? But it had the candy apple. But in addition to the candy apple, they had what they call Crimson Burst was the finish. So a silver burst underneath the candy apple, a nice lining. American Strat. What kind of mods did I do? I threw a double rail on the what is it? The bridge pickup was replaced with a double rail back in the day, and then they kept my single coil. He knew there was a good pickup. I should have kept that pickup, but it doesn't matter. I'm not playing bridge pickup too much. I live on the neck pickup, and then both. And then I think to myself, in theory, philosophy, you kind of want all the pickups on, right? Like, but I know it's tone and EQ, so we're EQing through that. So not necessarily, right? But in general, pickups should be getting all the sound, and then you EQ it out. So that's why we have tone knobs, right, and pots and all. So over the last few years, I've become more of a guitar tech. My nephew's super funny because he's not even a guitar player, he's a drummer. And so he's right. But I've been playing guitar, I don't know, 30 years, let's say, something like that. And don't show, I know, but because I didn't really take it that serious. There's times when I did. There was a couple of years when I had lessons and I was disciplined in my practice and stuff, but I don't even know all the triads and arpeggios and stuff. I had a great teacher. Shout out to Kelvin Allen. But hey, it's not about me and my guitar skills. Let's not digress too much. It's about the Strat, and it's about your first guitar. My nephew's telling me, and a lot, this video is going out to my nephew. He's a great guitar player. I've inspired him. He grew up. We stole his bedroom. We built our first studio. I say we because I had a band at the time, and also other construction workers or whatever. But that would have been his bedroom. Basically, we stole his bedroom in my parents' house. There was a basement apartment where he lived and his family, and I had built my music studio down the basement. So basically, he didn't have a bedroom. He had a bedroom that he didn't use. Well, he used it as a music studio. He would watch us jam and practice, and he got the bug. So now he's a great guitar player. He plays drums. He started on drums, and he did an incredible Foo Fighters cover. I haven't seen much of what else he's done, but that alone showed me the skills. And whatever. It's a common tune. I've seen a lot of people who aren't necessarily musicians do good covers of that. So I'm not saying it's the hardest cover. I might be biased. I love my nephew anyway. He's telling me about his Martin, and he, wouldn't want to part with his Martin. So he now has my Mitchell, my Paul Reed Smith. He has my bass, which is magical. Hello, I told him today it's magical. Hold on to that bass, man. It might be, it's one that goes up in value. So I don't know if you can get 10 G's for it. I think you can get as much as 10, 11, 12, 15 G's for that bass. Or you could also probably take 1,500 for it. So I got bad news. My brother sold my Strat, the Strat I grew up with, right? So it's a sad ending, but you know, I could go back to the beginning when I got it. I bought it sight unseen. It came out of Philly Music. My guitar teacher had some connections down there. So basically, I got the case for free. Shipping back in the day wasn't much. It came with a hard case, right? So I got basically a free case and the upgraded silver Crimson Burst. So it had a great finish, beautiful guitar. When I put the mother of pearl pickguard on it, it really popped. Unfortunately, I was like scalloping around on the neck, and then the 12th fret, I took a little too much material off, and then I put it back, and then it had a little bit of buzz. I filled it in too much, I think, so I was gonna fix that. But other than that, man, it played incredible. So what's this video really about? I was trying to tell my nephew, and I was kind of cut off, but he had to go because I run long. So I figured, let me rant a little, right? Like, nobody watches these videos, hardly anybody anyway. I got up to 6 subscribers, 8 subscribers. Woo woo! Recently, we got some new subscribers. People are telling me, my nephew's telling me, he's got some guitar friends that are now watching me. So shout to you guys. I forgot your names. Well, I know Chase is pretty much like, you know, my nephew's band member, you know, or whatever. That's who he jams with. And so, you know, it's weird how we get these bands where we jam for life. My old band used to say that. And I'm somewhat estranged from them. They're in New York doing gigs. Check them out. Red House Sunset. They're really popular, man. They do regular gigs. They're great parents. They got a big family, and they're raising up some kiddos. They're pretty big now. But anyway, Red House Sunset, Long Island, New York, Tony and Mary, unfucking real talent. Unfucking real, people, I'm telling you. You got Jerry Curatolo on bass. Shout to Jerry. He's doing a Steely Dan cover band right now they're working on. So when that's out, we'll get you some links. So I don't have my fantastic Strat that plays like butter. Get you an American Strat, you know. But I grew up on that, right? So this year I've learned things about like scale length. Right. I mean, you know, I'm pretty technical minded. And as a drummer, you know, I paid attention to guitar specs, and Tony was buying his new heavy Aria Pro 2 double neck and whatnot. And yeah, you know, it's cool. Gibsons, Fenders. My brother sold my Strat, it seems, to get some weed. And I'm crushing up some weed because I got the cancer. But anyway, I don't need cancer to have weed. I believe in weed, but you know, look, if you got to sell your brother's guitar to get it, probably something's gone wrong with the system. It's not functioning properly. But anyway, I'm digressing. I don't want to lament too hard, but y'all are feeling me, right? Like my nephew's telling me about his Martin. My Strat, when I got it, I slept with that bad boy. I don't know if it was every night for the first month, but you know, played until my fingers bled, man. So I kind of got spoiled on that Strat. It came with low action, floating whammy bar from the factory. I could pull up, I think, a minor third on most frets or, you know, the harmonics. And then when they changed my fucking pickup, the guy also flattened the deck. And I get it, but no, thank you. I float. Right, I'm a floaty deck. I'm a Eddie Van Halen fan. I'm into the new way, brother. Like, you know, new sounds, right? Developing new sounds. I don't want to be limited to, you know, just a country. I have now a telly, a fake telly. You guys see it in the videos, the red telly. That's the color pattern of my Strat. Candy apple with the mother of pearl, white mother of pearl. So I didn't know my brother sold my Strat. He did it behind my back. My nephew went and recovered my guitars. He's got my Mitchell, which is a shorter scale length. I never played it much. I played it in the store only, and my PRS. I wanted to gift those guitars to him. I think I will. I think I did, right? I would like to play them some more, and I would like to maybe borrow them and own them and hold on to them. But I think those are now my nephew's guitars. They were meant to be gifts for him, and so the universe has forced tithing is what they call it. So he's got like 12 guitars. He deserves them. Hopefully they're inspiring him to play more. But I wanted to check out the shorter scale length and the Mitchell. So it's easier to bend. I'm getting into leads and bend and stuff, and the pentatonic, you know, classics, boomer bend type solos that I avoided. for years, but it's good for ear development and technique development. And so, why not be able to play over the Gilmore solos or, what have you, right? But I'm not really wanting to talk too much about technique. I'm talking about the love of the guitar, the energy. When you buy a used guitar, it might have soul. I put my soul into that fucking guitar 20, 30 years, right? So it would have been a great gift, perfect gift, the ultimate gift from my nephew. Instead, he ended up with all the shitty guitars that I barely put any soul into, right? I played them a few times in the stores, right? So I checked it out for him, but he's got a nice $500 Paul Reed Smith. What is it? The SECE. He's got the Mitchell guitar brands, Gibson knockoff, but beautiful flame veneer, blue, maple top veneer, fucking incredible finishes. So these cheap guitars, that's, segueing back to the essence of the video, right? That Strat, to replace it, it's got to be at least $1,500 to get an American Strat now. And then, it's many years later, but they're still basically the same. Did they make them better back then? Who knows? That one was a good one, man. It was a great one out of the batch. Now, have I played a lot of them? No. So that's the thing. So this year, I feel like I really became a guitarist instead of just a drummer. Why? Learning tech skills, becoming a tech, like to the nth degree, like doing all the electronics, replacing pickups, rewiring, doing soldering, learning soldering. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but, it'll take you a good day to at least learn the basics. I had never done that stuff before. So now I can. I understand potentiometers and, all the fancy lingo, right? And then what a guitar does and its limitations, what it doesn't do, and how they all compare. So, not a lot of experience with Gibsons and all, mainly just Strats. And so I got the Squire. My nephew has my Squires, a nice Squire, right? So with the tech skills, filing down the frets, lowering the action, neck angle, tension on the, what do you call the bar inside the neck, I need weed, people. I probably need some food. I'm getting low blood sugar. I just started to do this rant with a lot of preparation. You can tell. The weed will help. But yeah, so that's cool because what I discovered and I set out to find out, and I guess now I do have the answers, is can you take a cheap piece of shit Amazon guitar, a $60 guitar, $50 guitar, a $90 guitar, right? Shipping has become outrageous. Shipping guitars can become more than the guitar. I bought a $60 acoustic, and I think it cost at least $30 to ship it or whatever. So it ended up being $90 out the door. So yeah, at least $30, could be $90, even more to ship guitars. My nephew said he was looking into it. It can be really expensive. And I guess if you're going to have to pay for packaging and all that, but if you got nice boxes and you save your foam and the box it came in and all that, you could probably ship your guitar for $30, $50. So it's a $50 guitar. It's like $50 in shipping. Yeah. But anyway, that fake telly I got plays great. You see it on the videos, right? I sanded the hell out of the neck. It's smooth like butter. The frets, I sanded down any sharp frets mostly, right? And it's got medium jumbo, whatever. I guess smaller frets are even better, lower action and all that. But I'm used to, I guess, medium or large frets on my Strat was what I grew up with. The Squires have pretty small. My Squire now, so I bought one for my nephew. It was like a tobacco burst, and he's got it along with the Mitchell, along with the PRS. We're going to go out and see him, and we'll videotape these guitars. Maybe I'll take a couple of them back here to the studio in California. We got to go all the way to Pennsylvania, so it'd be cool to get in the van and do a road trip and go collect some guitars. I mean, it's going to be a lot of gas money. It'll be, at least, it'll be probably $1,000 round trip between hotels while I sleep in the van, but food and gas. So $1,000, I can just go buy a $1,000 guitar and let my nephew have those. The emotional attachment I have is to the bass he has. He has my Fender P bass / jazz bass. The year it was made, they upgraded it. It says P bass on the headstock, but it has the extra jazz bass pickup and the electronics. And it was done with Fender parts. I don't know who did it, but I think it was like an authorized Fender repair shop. So it's good for resale value, right? that bass goes up in value. Now I was looking at the headstock. I hadn't played it in 10 years. And I was like, I had string tension on it for 10 years on the wall. I was like, oh my God, did it warp the headstock? And so I hope not. But I looked at it and I was like, or I looked at it and that made me think that. Wow, it's funny. I could see in the light the lump on my head. Am I tripping? But I got hit with the car door. Smashed my head into the car door. I felt like it cracked open the sutures. It did leave some kind of a lump, didn't it? Anyway, I'm digressing again. I really need to get high, and then I'll be succinct and focused. Yeah, that's your problem. Not enough weed. So ironically, I guess my brother has reportedly sold the Strat for weed. So I hope I get that Strat back. It really played good. But the moral of the story is, if you want, you can make any guitar play pretty well. If you got the skills, you could sand the frets down. You could replace the frets. You could replace the neck. Guitar parts are pretty cheap. And then I guess it becomes a different guitar. But yeah, I mean, you should be able to do the truss rod adjustments. You should be able to set the action, the intonation. You just need a good tuner, an accurate tuner. I got the Peterson strobe. It's a strobe tuner. So you get a good strobe tuner. It's a clip-on. They hate on clip-ons, but I don't know. I think it's fantastically accurate enough. I can set the intonation on any guitar. And on that telly, I had to change the bridge, man. I had to change the bridge. I had to reset the neck angle. It took a lot of work to get that telly playable. And does it play anywhere near like my Strat? No. It's not like butter. It feels more like I'm fighting it a little. So I might have to make some more adjustments on it. It's always an ongoing thing. That Strat was pretty magical. That Fender bass, pretty magical. So I think there's magic in the American Fenders. Maybe I'm brainwashed, but that's common out there. You hear that all the time. And, so maybe there's some truth to it. Yeah. Big fan of the Fender. And that bass, magical fretless bass, it plays everything from Zeppelin to jazz and then some. So if I'm going to do tracks or a one-man band thing, I don't know if I want to have just an octaver. I could play bass lines on the guitar like Matt Bolton does. Shout to the inspiration. I'm not trying to be him. But it's a cool thing he does. And so he does it with the octaver, right? You want to carry less guitars to the gig. You want to carry a bass. Then you probably need a backup bass, which I never had. It's almost like blasphemy. Like I wouldn't want to get another bass. I got that one bass. I'll probably get it back. And, unless my nephew's doing some recording, he could use it or have it. It'll eventually be his. I imagine he's going to outlive me, especially with my recent health concerns. So, yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tale about my Strat, and I hope you have a guitar or a bass. Comment down below, right? Like, I'm super stoked to hear it. Maybe you could send me a video. I'll link it to the channel, put it up, and you can get, 10 views like I do or something. And people want to hear about your Martin, right? Or the guitar you sleep with, the guitar you fell in love with, the guitar you played for 30 years that has your grandfather's, finger juice on it, and you never cleaned the neck kind of thing. You never changed the strings. They were the same strings since 1932. Geez. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of guitar stories. So if you guys like it, you like, me just sitting here looking funny, smoking weed, talking about guitar stories, I got lots of stories. I like telling them. And I'm bored and isolated. I got no one to talk to out here. So I might as well talk to you guys. Right? Shout. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Share. More to come, right? Guitar stories, anything guitar related. It is Guitar Cats, and so I do throw in some kittens because I got 3 of them around, and they're lots of fun. But, obviously it's a euphemism. I think that's what they call it. Yeah, euphemism. I don't know. I'm delirious from the chemo brain. But, Guitar Cats are just cool cats, right? Jazz cats, guitar cats, cool cats. So anybody interested in guitars, I feel like my guitar playing has 10x'd, 100x'd because of sanding fucking guitar necks. Okay, pardon my French. But seriously, you're shedding wood. My buddy's like, oh man, you've been shedding wood. And I think I haven't been practicing much. I haven't even played in 6 months. And this guy's a serious musician who doesn't drop compliments lightly, although he might be trying to pump me up because I'm sick. But he's like, damn, you've been shedding wood. And literally, I've been sanding necks. So did that give me extra finger dexterity and speed? I don't know. Experience, knowledge, more soul. It's blood, sweat, and tears into it, right? So it's more commitment. I'm more committed. I became a guitar player after 30 years. I'm now a guitar player. I ain't that good. I'm not a shredder, but I can do some fucking wicked lead. I can run scales, just as fast as Ingve or the next guy. I don't know about Ingve, maybe. But yeah, is it about fast scales and all that? I haven't had the super lowest action. Yeah, the Strat would do it, but I see like that Flying V had really low action, and then 24 frets, so higher fret access. It's built more for leads, and like hammer tap pulls and stuff. When the action's really low, you can do a lot of that stuff. But I strum really loud and sing, and so the action has to be a little higher for that. Otherwise, it'll buzz. So, I could have different guitars just for solos and tricks and stuff. And, or do you want a one does all, right? So what's your niche? What's your thing, right? I was expanding out, buying new guitars for the channel. Also I was thinking, I got too many guitars, then I could play. That's what happens, right? So I wanted to check out the Mitchell. I wanted to play it. I had 12 guitars, and now my nephew has most of them. So I still want to play short scale guitars. I want to try them. I want to see 24-inch scale, maybe mini scale. I'm tiny. I'm a tiny little boy. I got tiny little hands. Hendrix dwarfed his neck, and he thumbed over, and he was Hendrix. So am I handicapped? Yes, I'm disabled, but not because of my colostomy or my Foley catheter. But yes, well, technically, but no, handicapped, you get it. So yeah, to you guitarists out there, man, get into doing the tech work. If you're afraid of your truss rod, my nephew had made some comments. He leaves that to the pros. Well, you got a $10,000 guitar like that bass. I was thinking about selling it one time, and they wanted the serial number. They wanted to take the neck off. And now doing tech work, right, ain't no thing. We could take that neck off, slap it back on. I'm sure the intonation will just be exactly the same. But I was worried that it would change because that bass like plays itself. The intonation is fucking insane. I never changed it. I never touched a thing on it. So whoever had that bass before me set it up well. It could have been factory setup, but it feels like there's serious mojo, blood, guts, sweat, and tears in there, right? So it's good to pick up used guitars, and if you can reset the action, dial it in, between the truss rod and the saddle height, and yeah. But we got more guitars to come. I'm going back to work to Cairo, so who knows? With any luck, we'll have more money to buy more guitars. We could do some more reviews and unboxings. I never even did all those. And we had a couple of Glaries. My nephew's got a Glary Strat, I think, or he said he didn't get that one. I don't know. I can't imagine my brother selling that one. That was a $100 guitar too. But beautiful finish, sounded great. I think it played pretty well out of the box. My Squire, the strings are getting trapped under the high E string is getting trapped under the fretboard. The fretboard is so bad. So I got to work on that. We'll probably do a video on that. I don't know if I'm going to have energy or time this weekend, but I do want to get that Strat going, and I want to get some gigs going. And if the video of me that's viral out there, or going viral out there, isn't like particularly flattering for a doctor, but whatever. Life happens, and now people record it, and it's entertainment. So my life is entertaining people. I'm glad, but I see it as God is going to make me famous one way or another, and that's fine with me because I want to use that fame to have a career in music and spread love and enlightenment through music. Okay, so that's my mission. God sent me back here to do this, so I'm going to have to do it. I don't think I have much choice. It's not my will, it's thy will. And so I'll be back here, guys, whether nobody's watching or what. And I watch like Theo Vaughn. I think I miss my calling sometimes in comedy. Certainly we might have to go do some stand-up. I might even try to make you guys laugh right here. Certainly I can make you laugh without trying too hard. I'm just funny, but looks ain't everything. Okay, so did I even get to the fucking point? Uh, yeah, I lost my love of my life, the guitar I loved more than anything in the world. So material possessions, I mean, I'm not the Buddha. It's not about, but yeah, fuck material possessions, right? Fuck all your guitars. They don't mean shit compared to your health. Uh, but yeah, because you can't play them. I'm too sick to even fucking play them. But they do spread love and good energy and good vibes across the world. So it's a good endeavor, and I'm going to use my last dying breath. I want to put out a little gospel album. I haven't. I got, I guess, a couple of tunes. I could throw some of my old tunes out, or re-record some of my old tunes. Probably would fit right in. I've always had kind of biblical lyrics or Christian undertones into my lyrics, and so it be. But God wants me to do more of a gospel album, and I've been appreciating the K-Love stuff. We're already doing a couple of K-Love covers now, so Trust in You, and that would be a good song to do, gospel song. My nephew's pushing me to do Like a Stone from Chris Cornell, so we're going to do some Cornell. I got to get my songbook back from him. I forgot to ask, and we'll get him to mail that because I got 100 tunes in there that I'm forgetting, and I need the book to remind me. I mean, not necessarily, but maybe it's way easier with the book. Like, I forget the songs I even know, never mind the chords and all the lyrics. I mean, if I really focus and practice a lot, I can, it'll be easy. But at this point, no, they're going away. Bye-bye, see ya, right? You lose your skills. If you don't use it, you lose it. And so we're getting back in. I've been putting up sets and all my rehearsals. It's TMI, I know, but, maybe you guys are into... you could learn vicariously. I've had a lot of music lessons and training from, Juilliard trained teachers and beyond, right? The whole scene as a classical musician, percussionist. So I have good foundation. I know the theory and stuff. So yeah, whatever, man. I don't have the discipline. I'm not doing, I would recommend some Rick Beato stuff. I want to get onto it, more ear training and, shredding, arpeggios. We'll be getting into all that. But without my Strat now, I'm sad. What do we got? I got my Telly, I got my Squire, and that's it. And I got that acoustic. So the idea was, and I'm kind of broke now, right? I haven't been working as a chiro, being a cancer victim. So not that I want to be the victim, but yeah, I mean, if you got no guitars, you got no money, and you're thinking, shit, should I spend my last 100 on this fucking fake Telly? Yeah. But you're going to need to change the bridge, right? So the intonation's going to be off. So, but below the 12th fret, you probably, could stay in tune. And if you mess with the truss rod and the saddles, you might be able to get the action enough to where you can play it and feels comfortable in your hand. And if you adjust the nut slots properly, those cowboy chords will sound in tune too. So you're going to need to do a little work on an $89 guitar, unless you buy one used and somebody already did it. I would recommend do it, man. Buy the cheap guitar. I feel proud that I have skills now. I can take any guitar, $100 guitar, and I don't know, man, like a good 8, 10, 12 solid hours of work, 15 hours of work. You could pretty much get almost any guitar playing, if you know what the hell you're doing. For me, it would probably take a little longer than average, and I'm not great with electronics, but they make it easy. You get pre-wired stuff. I mean, if you go back to my other videos, I converted that Flying V into an ergonomic guitar. So I got wood skills, and then the electronics, I replaced the pickups. I did all new wiring, and I did push pots. So we're splitting the coils on the humbucker to make them single coils. Pretty cool. I mean, people like that stuff. Yeah, it is what it is. I think to myself, I like the humbuckers better now. I'm living on the bridge pickup and my Telly. Ooh, big ice sickle just came into my eye. Big eye sand. I don't know, you get older, you get this eye sand. Anyway, yeah, Telly's playing pretty good. It doesn't have a whammy bar. The Squire does. It's not floating. I got to float it. I got to do a lot of work to the Squire. We're going to do a video on it. maybe it'll become my new love, right? Like it's got potential. It's a maple top. The action's already kind of low on it, but like I say, the E string is getting trapped under the fret sprout, so it's unplayable. And so I don't even have a backup. If I were to go do gigs, I have my acoustic as a backup and maybe as a primary, right? Like that might be all that you need for most gigs. And for what I'm doing, it might even be more appropriate, better sound. I mean, I get acoustic-like sounds. The telly, it strums well, pretty well. I don't even have chorus. I'm playing on a clean channel and it sounds like it's full of chorus and delay. There's just reverb on there. I don't know. I'm going to look into the settings. Maybe there is chorus on there, but it says Fender clean. So I like to just play clean, man. I go straight into the amp. I don't even have any pedals. If I'm going to do covers and get gigs, I might need a full pedal board and some loopers and shit like that. So more problems with that, electronics, replacements, and firmwares and upgrades and all that crap. I'm more like just keep it simple. You got one guitar, a backup guitar, you have your baby. You know what I mean? You love your baby. It's your playing guitar. It's not a $10,000, $30,000 guitar you're afraid to bring out to the club or break it or something. That bass is kind of getting into that realm, but I would bring it out and play it. Well, heck, man, it's possible I might even get some. It's going to be probably easier. If I'm looking for gigs, it'd be easier to get gigs on bass probably than guitar. I could probably join bands on bass pretty easy. So I got some bass skills. I'm way out of it. It's been 10, 15 years since I even played any bass. But the fingers will run. Yeah. Small hands, but yeah, I can do it. That bass plays itself when it likes you. So if it don't like you, it's not going to play at all. All right, we're running out of storage space. We're going to rock this video and wrap it up. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, people, peace and love. And give your guitar a hug and a kiss. And maybe, start doing a little work on it. Start small. Try to get that intonation reset yourself and retruss rod. And, I'm here to guide you. So, it's not going to be just me doing covers. It's going to be guitar repair tips and stuff like that. And so for now, don't spend the big money. Get the cheap guitar. Learn to fix it yourself. You'll be glad you did. Peace.